The family tax benefit would be reduced for households earning more than $100,000 under a Labor government. And according to the latest 7 News Reachtel poll, Labor is still in the hunt, neck and neck with the coalition. This as we learned today what a Shorten government would cut.
Well done.
Going back to school
Good morning, Mr. Shorten.
to promote his education plan.
Looks really good. You're really using the scissors well.
As Bill Shorten gets out his scissors,
What we are doing is what no opposition's done in a generation. We're outlining our measures.
another $9 billion in cuts over the next 4 years, backflipping on 4 measures he deposed as zombie cuts from the 2014 budget, including a 50% cut to Family Tax Benefit A for families earning above $100,000, axing natural therapies from the private health rebate, trimming education loan schemes and changes to research and development incentives for business.
Families will be better off under a Shorten Labor government.
Not all families. The family tax benefit cuts will leave 137,000 families $366 worse off per child per year.
I mean, it is really embarrassing what we saw here today. These numbers don't add up.
Rejecting Labor's claim its savings now total $105 billion over 10 years. Malcolm Turnbull is happy to fight Bill Shorten on the economy at any opportunity, believing the coalition has the superior plan. But voters will have the final say on that. Our fifth 7 News Reachtel poll of the campaign has the coalition and Labor stuck at 50-50.
This election is about two very different versions of what Australia should look like.
But his version, business tax cuts, is much less popular than Labor's health and education spending, although the coalition is preferred as economic managers. And a shock result in our seat of the week, Grey, covering 90% of South Australia, including the steel city of Whyalla. Sitting Liberal MP Rowan Ramsey is facing a Whyalla wipeout, not from Labor, but the Nick Xenophon team, ahead 54-46 after preferences.
This was one of those seats that no one expected would be in contention, but this poll shows that it is.
Pauline Hanson's revving up her campaign, a monster stunt as she tries to roll her way to the Senate.
Malcolm Turnbull, you'll see me in Parliament.
And independent Rob Oakeshott is also attempting a comeback, this time in the national seat of Cowper.
Well, only by standing do you have a chance. That's really over to the community now.
Although Mr Oakeshott is considered a long shot.
Well, Mark Riley is back in Canberra tonight. And Mark, an interesting result in our poll tonight. How big a factor is Nick Xenophon in this election?
Well, on these numbers, Mel, massive. The seat of Grey just simply wasn't on anybody's radar, but it certainly is now. The coalition's margin there is 13.5%. Now, if the Xenophon team gets those sort of numbers across South Australia, we're looking at Jamie Briggs being thrown out in Mayo and Christopher Pyne at real risk in Sturt. And Nick Xenophon could then end up with 3 Senate seats and 1, 2 or even 3 seats in the reps, and that would make him the new kingmaker, possibly controlling the balance of power in both houses. No wonder the major parties are so scared.